It's the Bow Brothers for Two Shots on a Barrel. We can't thank you enough for joining in and listening to our show today. We do want to remind you, go out there and give us a review. Isn't that important, J-Bo?
It's very important for us to grow and to reach a larger audience, so please do it for us.
We got a cool thing out on Facebook. We got a Facebook group you can join. You can follow along with all kinds of crazy stuff that you put out there.
That's just the way it is. It's fun. It's good times. It's private, so we don't share anything off that page. It's strictly right there on Two Shots on a Barrel fan page.
Yeah, another cool thing we have some fantastic sponsors we'll showcase throughout the show today, and we want to appreciate and show our respect for all of those. And more information on that, you'll be able to catch the ad or go to our Facebook page and check those out. There you go. All right, it's without further ado, Two Shots on a Barrel podcast.
Old boys ain't much for working. 2 shots on a barrel and they're talking about bourbon. Talking about a few other things that they don't know. If you've got a question, no need to ask. They don't have a clue, so raise your glass. Take a sip with the Bow Brothers. Now it's on with the show. From the heart of central Kentucky, the bourbon capital of the world, it's Two Shots on a Barrel with your host, a couple of hot shots of their own, the Bow Brothers.
What's up, J-Bo?
What's up, Jim? How you doing, buddy?
Man, it's all good. Terry's song never gets old. I enjoy that little jingle. I find myself just kind of going around sometimes singing that.
You know, I love it as well, but I want to challenge Terry to come up with a brand new one for next year.
Well, he could do it.
You think he can?
He absolutely could do it. We got a great show today. We're excited about this one for sure. Before we get into it, though, J-Bo, do want to kind of give a shout out to our newest sponsor, Good Buddies Brewing Company.
Oh, we love that group over there. So good. And
they've got a cool event coming up on February 24th. It is a 1-year anniversary of their opening back last year. All kinds of new brews. Ray has been working so hard getting some new brews out, and it's just going to be a big celebration on February 24th right there on Martin Luther King Drive here in Lebanon.
That's right. You can find more information on Facebook at Good Buddies Brewing right there, and they're going to have so many prizes to give away. I'm sure he'll come up here and steal some of our bourbon and give it away as well like he did last time. So it'll be a good time.
We got a fun show. We mentioned this is one I've been looking forward to. We've got really two, let's just call it two superstars.
Legends.
In the bourbon industry. And it's an honor just to have those guys in here. Denny, Potter, Jane, Bowie, welcome to Two Shots on a Barrel. Great to have you guys in here.
Great to be back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is an encore show for you, Denny.
It is.
It was back in October of 2020 that we at that time you were with Makers, and we were sitting down there in the what felt like an executive suite and sipping on some of the treasures that was Maker's Mark, and we had a fun show. We've always wanted to have Jane on, and then so it's just like two at one time, J-Bo.
It's a pleasure to have them both here. Thank you for coming. We've worked very long and hard to get you here. Finally, you've been a little busy. So I thank you so much for coming. We really, really are happy that you're here.
I think the last time we ran into you guys, maybe officially, was we saw you on the big celebration over at when you just had a humongous party.
Field party.
It was so much fun. But I remember a time before that we got together, and that was when essentially you guys were I don't know, do you call it celebrating the
retirement
from Maker's Mark?
It was our leaving due. Rob Samuels had thrown us a party at the distillery. It was our last day at Makers, and then we didn't want the party to end, so the whole crew went up to Cozy Corner there in Loretto.
Yeah, and you guys were doing, is it Kentucky Idol?
Yeah. We were doing the Idol.
It was We were so happy that night. Y'all were having a good time. We were having a good time. It was a good night for you guys.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, so you fast forward to what's been going on. We talked about the big celebration, the start of Potter Jane Distilling Company. It was a huge party. It was a great crowd. Everybody was jovial and exciting. And now, when was that? I mean, that just seems like yesterday. But
it was Bourbon Festival week, so it was September.
Yeah, it was the Wednesday of Bourbon Festival week.
So y'all were busy. Watching you guys host that barrel relay is so fun.
Oh, you've changed it.
You've changed. It's so good.
It is fun, but it is hot.
Yeah, not much of a breeze right there.
No, man, but we have a good time doing it. We want to thank Cooperage for having us every year, and man, it's bring it on. We get so excited when it comes Bourbon Festival time. When
you take out-of-towners to that, whether they like the industry or not, it's one of the most unbelievable things to see. Like, it's personally my favorite event of all of it. I just think getting to see the teams show off the skill and trade that they have, and Denny takes it very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. I mean, you have, you know, these distilleries that, you know, operationally we all get along. Obviously, there's competition on the shelf, behind the bar, things like that. We don't worry too much about that. But barrel rolling, it's a big competition. I mean, you guys obviously see it. It's in good fun. Everybody's cheering everybody on, but everybody wants to win. And I think the thing that I was always most proud of, whether it was Heaven Hill or Maker's Mark, was the amount of practice that we would put in for this and the teams would put in. And you would start practice June, July. So we would wait till it got really hot.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, both places, I believe, we would practice for 2 to 4 hours twice a week leading up until the competition. And so it was just, in that day, you know, it's about as nervous as I would ever be.
Oh, my gosh.
Watching, you know, the teams perform.
They'd be like, sir, please back off.
Well, they put so much into it, and there's so many things that can go wrong.
Yes.
That may or may not be in your control.
And it's super dangerous.
Yeah, well, and, you know, you're competing on a rick that you've only literally practiced on for a couple hours. And so it can be completely different. But, I mean, you know, to watch them go out and especially to see them succeed and see how proud they are. You know, the families come out, take the pictures. You have so many people cheering them on. Again, you guys have turned it more into, like, it's just the energy is incredible and it's constant. Whereas before, you know, you roll, but then it takes a while to set up in between. But the energy you guys provide for that competition has definitely changed. I absolutely love it.
Denny's dying. Like, when are we going to have a team? Like, we don't even have a distillery yet. But so our party was that week. We had broken ground in June, and everybody kept saying, when's your ribbon cutting? When's your groundbreaking? Do you need shovels? And I'll be honest, we were dreading it. We kept talking about the groundbreaking, and it sounded like such a drag, honestly, to have folding chairs and to be wearing dress-up clothing in the middle of a field. And so one day over lunch, we're like, we should just have a keg party. That sounds better.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best party ever. I mean, we've been to a lot of these distillery parties. Top notch, guys.
Oh,
top notch.
Thanks.
We had a ball.
And it was fun. That week is so busy, and rarely, you know, ISC used to do that concert. That was kind of the time for the distilleries to come together, and they don't do it anymore. And so it ended up being a lot of our peers from other distilleries. And it was kind of just a nice time for everybody to get together in a hectic week.
Yeah.
So we've already been told we have to do it again.
Yeah, we had an annexation hearing in Washington County probably a month ago. And, I mean, it wasn't official, but they kind of made it a condition of the annexation was you have to keep having the field party.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, we can do that. We were already thinking about doing it anyway, except it just won't be necessarily about us. It'll just be about the community and the industry and, you know, free beer and fried chicken from Greg Sims. And
I mean, little did you know you were creating a new tradition in Washington County, right?
Hopefully.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
All right, so we got to kind of back up a little bit. You guys obviously worked together at Maker's Mark.
Two different times.
2 different times.
Yeah.
Both of you had every reason to stay where you were. You were extremely successful. You were, by your peers, respected, by people in the industry. You had every reason just to stay right, and could have been every bit, continued the success. But at some point, there had to be this mutual thought process that said, you know what? We want to do something else. How did that come to be?
I think to kind of play on what we talked about with people that came out to that field party, I think it's one of those industries you kind of find kindred spirits. The people that love it just love it. And when I started at Maker's Mark in March of 2007, you were running the distillery, right?
Yeah.
You were working under Dave Pickerel, running all of...
Yeah, because Steve Nally was distillery manager and master distiller, and then he retired the end of 2003, and that's when I was quality and environmental manager. And when Steve said he was retiring is when I went over and politicked for taking over for him in the distillery, or not taking over, but just filling a spot for the most part. But yeah, that's what I was doing in 07.
And then I came in, I was hired by Bill and Rob Samuels to be the global brand ambassador for Maker's Mark. And I wasn't from the industry, so Bill, in true Bill, was like, little lady, you better go learn what's going on down here. So the first 2 months, they put me to work in the distillery. So when I went into the distillery, Denny's running everything and trained me. And we were fast friends. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was, I just loved it. I was 25 years old. I mean, how old were you then?
Like 58. I mean, that's what you tell me anyway. I was 33,
You've been
maybe.
50. You've been 58 my whole life. But and so, I think we talk about we were fast friends. I went to London and I worked in the UK for 5 years. You went to Crucian, stayed in touch, friends, and you play distillery fantasy camp a lot. Like, if I were going to go do this, where would I do it? And what would I do? And would you rehab or would you build? And then you came back to Makers in 18. And we were counterparts. Like, we worked together closely every single day. And we were neighbors, and COVID, your bubble socially is whoever you're allowed to breathe on during the day, basically, which my husband worked at Makers as well. So the three of us, would drink and hang out, and we just...
Yeah, I mean, I think we both ended up there together, but a little bit different, bit separate. I mean,
different motivations.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I've been in the industry for a while. I'm in my 27th year, and I'd only worked for two companies. I'd worked for, Beam Suntory and a lot of different iterations of Beam Suntory. It's called Beam Suntory now. A lot of different plants within Beam Suntory, and then the other one was Heaven Hill, right? And I think for me, you get involved in these operations, and these are generational operations. That maybe they're not privately held anymore, but they were started by families, and typically still, if they don't own it, they still have families that are involved in it. So, I can remember my very first day in the industry, I met Fred No, because I started out as a lab tech at Jim Beam. And when Fred walked me in, had no idea who I was. I didn't know really who he was. And, Fred, we walked in together. So, immediately you're hearing about, I got to meet Booker, obviously. So you had Booker and Fred and the Nose, and, you had Baker Beam is delivering grain. And, you're just meeting all these people. Then at Maker's Mark, you got the Samuels. Go down to Crucian, you got the Nelthrips. You go to Maker's Mark, you go to Heaven Hill, you have the Shapiras, and then you have the Beams as well, Parker and Craig. And I mean, it's just one of those things, like you hear these generational stories, and it really was one of those, man, it would be incredible to start something like that. Not meaning that we're that we're handing it down to our kids or anything like that, but starting an operation that in these communities is a generational operation. Because I think one of the coolest things in our industry, especially around here, is the families are generational that work in these distilleries, whether it's in the distillery, on the bottling line, in the warehouse. I mean, those were your best hires. If they had a family member that was working, at Makers or at Heaven Hill, they typically were your best hires because their family would keep them in line. If there were issues with attendance or anything like that, you never had to say a word because somebody was pulling them aside going, listen, man, like you're not just working for yourself. You're a direct reflection of me. And you got to remember, this place is going to be around for another generation. You want your kids to get on here too. So I don't know. I mean, I think it was just that whole thought. And then, COVID definitely gets you thinking about, man, how am I going to finish up my career? And, for me, I just turned 50 this year. So I knew I was approaching 50 at the time. And it's like, if you're really going to go do something, you got to do it now. I mean, this isn't something where, you build it within a couple months and you flip a switch and you're making alcohol and then it's on the, it's in the market within a year. I mean, these are, 2 years to build minimum. You make it, age it 4 years, you're already 6 years out. I mean, it's just one of those things like you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You either go do it or you're happy doing what you're doing, which we were. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean,
we were, and we had the greatest education you could have as far as how an operation and a brand could work together. When you look at what Bill and Rob and Bill and Margie before them created over the last 70 years, I mean, I was there almost 17 years. That's the only place I ever worked. And you felt like you knew how to be great in this industry because of where you came from. And as bittersweet as it was to leave, and it was hard to leave. It also, the inspiration was coming from what we had seen and been a part of. And to this day, my biggest cheerleader is Rob Samuels, 100%. And that feels pretty great to be able to say that. And then we knew 4 years in, we could fight, we could disagree, our skills complemented, and we would come out on the other side. And the brand was usually better for us. I mean, duking it out over certain things, right? So I think there was a trust there. At the beginning, it was rough, though.
That gets tested every day.
It gets tested every day.
So, which leads to a perfect segue to this question. Denny, what is one or two qualities that Jane has that Potter Jane Distilling Company is going to need that you don't have? And I'll ask that same question to Jane about Denny.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a couple things. Her love of change is something that we need. Just that adaptability, that want to change or be better, or I think that's definitely one, because that is not how I operate. And then I think the other is just her creativity. I've always been 100% operations, right? Which in operations, especially the ones the size that I've been involved with, it's about, again, these are generational operations, not like we just started up. Your number one goal, and Bill Samuels used to say this all the time, is don't fuck it up, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're literally trying to come in and do the same thing every single day to make the same high quality liquid with a big team of people. So that was, that's always been my focus. And then Jane's creativity, whether it was, she created, the Maker's Mark Private Select program, all the wood finishing stuff, the lots of different things that Makers has produced and probably will produce from an innovation standpoint. So I know that is a gap for me, because I am so in the weeds on making sure we do things the right way every single day. And I think that was a big one as we talked about stepping out and doing something. I'm like, I knew personally that these were areas that I just needed some help on. Right, Jane? Right.
I think she's analyzing that. I think she likes the answer. Now she's thinking about how she's going to answer for you.
Yeah, she doesn't have two.
I have
Here comes
more
some bullshit right
I have more than two. The fact that you are steady. I mean, I like change, and if you look at my career, it was a zigzag and it was weird, and I drove Bill and Rob nuts. I was never winning homecoming queen at Maker's Mark. But how good you are in operations. And I saw a lot of different people come through that place. And it's not just how good you are on the technical side, it's how great of a people manager. Because at the end of the day, you managed 300 people. That place, everyone that was there, they came up through you, and how you operated within it, how you made others around you great, like that. That is not me. I am like, here's a project, let's go. Okay, it's over, on to the next. And I think it is a yin and yang, and I think we have really specific swim lanes, I guess. But, when it comes to collaborating, we love tasting whiskey together. Our palates completely are different. Our strengths are different. I think we push each other in nice ways, but no, and you're really good in front of people, which is always not a guarantee, because the master distiller title at Makers was always very grounded in operations. And I don't know if you know this, engineers are not always the most interesting people you meet. So, not that you're an engineer, although I thought you
Nor
were
interesting. So
I thought you were an engineer like the first 12 years I knew you.
a lot of people do. I'm just an incredible bullshit.
I had a whole
carries you.
I had a whole backstory. I completely made up your whole background, and then one day I was telling someone, and you're like, "This isn't even kind of right."
Who are you describing?
I was like, "He's an environmental engineer, and this is his journey." And he was like, "I was a biologist in Indiana." I'm like, "Really? Really?"
Yeah.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
Like, I wrote a bio for you when you came to London once, and you were like, "This is just wrong." Like,
Did you just copy and paste this from
you were like,
the last guy that was here?
You were like, "Where did you get this?" I said, "I guess I just made it up one night." It sounded really good.
That is so funny.
That's great.
Oh my goodness gracious! What a time! I think it's a perfect time, J-Bo, to talk about when you listen. When people talk to me about Jane, I'm just going to tell you what they say. They'll say Jane took Maker's Mark to a different level. Okay, with so many, because I went on a tour of few months back, and for years and years and years, it was Maker's Mark, right? It was the quality juice that Maker's Mark put out year after year, bottle after bottle. And then it was, am I not right, when Jane kind of came on board and then you started having all of these other type of Maker's.
Actually, Denny was part of 46. I was there during 46, but I did not. I was in Europe at the time. So 46 was kind of the tiptoe in. And then I was kind of tasked from there to think bigger and different, I guess. But you were part of the team with Bill that created 46, which was
Kevin
which was the
Smith,
first
myself,
true innovation.
Diane,
and
Bill,
it was very ahead of its time.
So the 46 was kind of like Bill's. This is going to be my legacy.
His swan song. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You owe me a bottle of champagne.
I don't know you crap. I mean, that's such bullshit. No, that was. I mean, and that did. That was kind of our permission to go look at something a little bit different. But we had very strong guidelines set by Bill. It's not like he was just, hey, go figure it out. No, it was very, very prescriptive about what he wanted and a little bit of how we were going to do it, which, it kind of led into, obviously, what Jane led, but not even close. I couldn't believe it. Because obviously I'd left. I got shipped down to Crucian, which was part of the same company, and then had the stand at Heaven Hill for a little while. So when I came back, I knew that Makers had started a barrel program because that was, starting to be a big deal. I was doing a lot of barrel picks at Heaven Hill for Elijah Craig, or, we did a few others and things like that. But those are one of those, and they're fun. But you line up 5 barrels, and a group comes in, they sample all 5, and they say, that's the one I want. So when I had heard that Makers was doing a barrel program, I thought, well, why is that a big thing? Because they rotate their barrels, right? You could have, 5 12-year-old barrels from Heaven Hill, but whether it spent all its time at the top of a warehouse or middle or bottom, and depending on which warehouse, they could all taste drastically different. Whereas Makers, because they rotate the barrels, all the barrels typically taste the same. So I'm like, I don't know why people are interested, until I really came back and saw what Jane had created, which was, the wood finishing aspect of it, and how they had these different stave profiles, and how you can introduce that into a barrel, and people could create their own version. And they were already well into the wood finishing series stuff. Like, I was incredibly impressed, because I didn't know much about wood finishing at all. I mean, it just, outside of the 46 project, I didn't know that people were even playing around with this, and Makers pretty much led the way on that, I'd say.
Wow.
So the bottle that J-Bo brought today was the community bottle, something that you guys had a little bit of involvement in, right?
A little bit.
It's an interesting one. One of the things, and really the innovation, it was Rob and I. I mean, I was Rob's first hire at Makers. His dad was still running things. He and I were together from pretty much day one. And so when he would kind of be like, maybe we should go do something, he'd be like, see what you can do. Because I always wanted to be in liquid. I came from sales and marketing, and I nagged my way into the liquid to be a blender eventually. And this was the first time ever the liquid didn't lead. The concept led. My very best friend in the world, who we started 3 days apart at Makers, she's still there. Her name's Valerie Netherton. She led and still does partnerships and all the philanthropic and give back at the distillery. She'd be a great person to have on this show. She's fascinating. And she came to us and said, I work with the Lee Initiative. It's what started as a way to get particularly women kind of trained up in the culinary industry. When COVID hit, all these restaurants started shutting down, and people didn't have health insurance, and they didn't have a way to pay bills. And so they set up these relief kitchens all over, where they would give out food every night, diapers, anything you needed to restaurant workers. And she took it and said, okay, we can just keep giving money, but there's only so much money we can just give away. We need a better idea. What are we good at? And we were like, we're good at making whiskey. Like, this is what we do. So she kind of challenged us with, come up with something we could sell to generate buzz. So we took the concept of these communities were coming together to help each other during this really awful time and an unprecedented time, right, in history. And one of the things, I'm a big Scotch drinker as well. I lived in the UK for 5 years. I really love a lot of things that happen in Scotch. And vatting was a big thing that you saw in Scotch that we didn't talk a lot about, where you're taking different whiskeys and you're putting them together, and then you're giving them time to be something else. So we took that concept of communities coming together. We asked about 34 restaurants to donate their private select recipe, participate. We laid down their barrels, their individual single barrel recipes. Denny then agreed, from a warehouse perspective, we could dump them and re-barrel them, put them back in the cellar for an additional point of time to let it mature into something even different.
Wow.
And I mean, it was a pain in the ass to make. Like, it was very labor intensive, but those 34 barrels raised about $2.4 million.
Wow.
Gosh.
We donated 100% of the bottles to the Lee Initiative. They sold them. I mean, we put up the money to make the whiskey, didn't make a dime off of it. And the whiskey turned out great, which was convenient.
That's incredible. What a great story.
At the time, it was really hard to find this bottle.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, you had to know somebody. And luckily, I knew somebody that could give me this bottle. Thank you, Michael May.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Michael May.
We're going to take our first break and enjoying the show, hanging out with Denny and Jane. And we're going to talk about what's going on in their world right here and now. We'll talk about Potter Jane Distilling Company.
You think we could talk about that deer that was murdered on their property?
Might be something else good to talk about. We got a lot of other things we could talk about, too. Tattoos, toothbrushes, all those fun things. We'll be back on Two Shots. All right, so Jabo, I found out the older you get, the more kids, as your kids grow older, you suddenly have a damn fleet of vehicles.
And the both of us, man, we can tell you all about it. We both have brand new 16-year-olds hitting the road. So let me tell you how often we're visiting Big Old Tires these days.
And it's important when you got your 16-year-old out on the road, you have good tires.
Oh, absolutely.
And the place to go, we know, is Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown.
That's right. Billy Taft has been doing this a long, long time. If you want advice on getting the perfect tire for the perfect vehicle, go to Billy Taft first at Big Old Tire.
And not only can they supply you with some great tires, they also can do oil changes, brake work, you name it. And here's the cool thing that really impressed me when I visited Billy Taft and Big Old Tires the last time. That dude is customer service extraordinaire. Absolutely.
He's been like that as long as I've known him. I've known him a long time. He's a great guy, just like off the court than he is on the court. He's just A+, and I love that dude. He's really, really genuine, and he knows his tires. And if you're having problems, let's say this weather's crazy, okay? It's raining a bunch. Go in there and let him put new windshield wipers on your car besides going and trying to do it yourself. I'm speaking by experience here, Jim Reed. It's a terrible, terrible thing to do, putting wipers on yourself.
No. Big believer in Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown, right here in the heart of bourbon country. If you're in for the bourbon trail, your car kind of messes up on you, go see our friend Billy Taft.
Pit stop. It's all it is. Pit stop. You're in and out and off to the next distillery.
There you go. Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown, a proud sponsor of Two Shots on a Barrel. All right, so one thing we've learned on Two Shots is it's important to know where to go when you need a good attorney, Joe.
Yes, sir. It's very important nowadays. We've had to get one of our own here lately, and we got the best in the business.
We absolutely do, and we found out one morning when you go visit Don McCauley, you better enjoy bourbon and stick around for a while. Because not only is she very good and an expert attorney, she also knows her bourbon.
She does know her bourbon, and she knows where to get it, and she will not tell me where the secret stash is located. But that's okay.
But she'll bring out many of the unicorns that she has in her house, and we enjoyed spending time with her. But on a serious note, we know that folks listening out there need to have good legal representation. Don McCauley.
Don McCauley, you are right. 144 West Main Street in Lebanon, Kentucky. Her phone number is 270-692-0684. If it's legal anything, she will take care of it. She will be there for you, and she will be the voice that you need to get through this situation.
We're talking real estate law. We're talking business law. We're talking anything criminal related, divorce, you name it, bankruptcy, any of those things, Don McCauley can take care of you.
If you're nervous and you just don't know which way to go, if you need that voice, call Don McCauley. Once again, 270-692-0684.
Yeah, good stuff right here in Bourbon Country. Don McCauley, Law Office of Don McCauley. Thanks.
Marion County Trail could be the best value in bourbon-themed travel in Kentucky. You'll experience one of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail's crown jewels, one of the Bourbon Trail Craft Tour's top-rated stops, and something you can't find anywhere else. Organized tours of a bourbon barrel manufacturing facility, all in one place. It's the Marion County Trail. Take your time to tour, dine, shop, and stay all along the way. Explore world-famous Maker's Mark, a hot ticket item on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, Limestone Branch Distillery, home of world-famous Yellowstone bourbon, and one of the top-rated stops on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail Craft Tour. Kentucky Cooperage, the sprawling plant where the thriving bourbon industry's barrels are hand-built and seared with fire for bourbon aging flavor. And Lebanon, home of wonderful dining opportunities from home-cooked to chef-driven. Unique shopping opportunities, nowhere else to be found murals for your selfies, and overnight accommodations that range from traditional to bed and breakfast to bourbon-themed. Go to visitlebanonky.com for more details. Lebanon Tourist and Convention Commission, 270-692-0021.
This whiskey's good.
Back to Two Shots. Sad day in country music, J-Bo.
Yeah, big time.
Man, Toby Keith passed away, age 62 years old. So sad. He battled stomach cancer for the last few years anyway. But you talk about, I think I read today, 31 number one hits.
Got a pretty cool story about Toby Keith, man. I was in Nashville at a private event and got a call saying, hey, can you be at this event because Toby's getting ready to do a private show and we need somebody to represent the station. So I said, yeah. So I went catch a taxi. Well, there was only one taxi, so the Bellamy brothers needed a taxi as well. They were going to the same place, so I got to ride with the Bellamy brothers to go see
Obviously
Toby Keith, and man, we had a ball.
Did you ever get to hang out with Toby and Willie and smoke weed?
Please
Are you-
say yes.
No, never got to hang with Willie, man, but I hear it's a good time. It's a real good time.
Did y'all sing Bye Bye Love the whole way there? What
Oh
happened?
man, Bellamy Brothers, my favorite. I was like, couldn't
That's the
talk.
Everly Brothers. What did the Bellamy Brothers sing?
Redneck Girl.
Yes.
Yeah, man. They
You
were.
got to check out. There's a picture that somebody posted on Facebook of Willie Nelson was at Heaven Hill because they did Whiskey River. Did you see
Saw
it?
that.
Yeah.
Did you see his shorts?
The
Yes.
shorts were crazy.
Did you see his shorts?
It didn't make
Oh,
sense.
my, it did not make sense.
No, it
Describe
didn't.
I
them.
wish I never saw it. I wish I never
Yeah.
saw that picture.
It's
Yeah.
like your great grandpa, overweight, but he had his shorts up past his belly button. Those kind of
Gym
shorts.
shorts. Like,
Big.
You know what? Willie Nelson can wear whatever the
Yeah,
hell
you're
he
right.
wants to.
he can doesn't mean he should.
That's
Like
facts.
Yeah, and he
What-
was
what- what
was
did he-
probably like in his 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
It looked like when that was taken. But
Out of
I
the-
just thought it was the coolest picture.
It is so
but
cool.
like I said, you need to stay from the waist up.
Oh, it was-
Don't go down.
he was in the bottling house, so they were bottling Whiskey River. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
The only thing cooler than that is having Michael May jump in and sit with us. That's pretty cool too. How you doing, Mr. May?
It's like a homecoming, Michael. One of our maybe our second show ever on Two Shots on the Barrel. Michael May was on Two Shots and talking about his dream job and how he would work for nothing and all those things. And now here we are, and he's back with Denny and Jane, and it's just it's a homecoming party.
What kind of feedback did you all get from the 4 people that listened to that episode?
They hated it. They hated every minute of it.
I heard actually it was pretty. Yeah,
I was in the running with Bino, little Bino,
Yeah.
for what we called the amateur piece of it. So,
Yeah, we got two. We got like the celebrity, which is the Jane and Denny's of the world, and then we got the Chad Spaldings, the Michael Mays, and that side of it. That's okay though. It's like the NIT, but you're in the
Somebody's
top
gotta
of.
win it.
That's right.
I don't know. Chad Spalding, you guys, we don't do anything without you all. Chad Spalding gives me a bad barrel. The rest is screwed up.
Chad's awesome.
I love Chad Spalding.
Chad's the best.
Well, speaking of Toby Keith, another interesting fact of Toby Keith before we get back in and talking about Potter Jane Distilling Company. I did not realize this, though. With the Super Bowl coming up, the Niners and the Chiefs, and the big debate, of course, is whether Taylor is going to make the trip back from Japan to be in attendance at the Super Bowl. But I did not realize this. Back at the wee age of like 13, 14 years old, it was Toby Keith and his record label that gave Taylor Swift her first opportunity.
Wow.
So that was incredible, I thought. And so bringing it all full circle, now you got the Toby's death, and you got the dilemma with Taylor and whether she's going to the Super Bowl, and Travis and all that good stuff. Who's your pick, Jane, in the Super Bowl? Do you really care, or do you have a pick?
Oh, I'm a big sports fan. I wouldn't have necessarily chosen either of these teams. I'm a Titans fan, so I'm basically a masochist. But I probably have to go with the Chiefs just because we had a long-standing relationship with them in my former work life, and I have a lot of friends in Kansas City. So
go Chiefs, right?
And I'm friends with the CFO of the Chiefs, kind of, through a mutual love of whiskey.
Well, heck, far. You're all right.
Superstar over there.
No.
You're not going to be up there with Taylor, are you?
No.
Okay.
But I have been to Arrowhead, and as much as I wanted to hate it, it's an amazing atmosphere. It's a cool stadium.
Denny, what's your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
I mean, I'm a Colts fan, so
God, you're a bigger
I
masochist
typically
than me now.
would pull for the AFC. I'm pretty neutral. I mean, the Chiefs have had a lot of success, but it wouldn't be so bad to see the Niners win one. I mean, I just hope for a good game, and I think it will be. It should be entertaining. I mean, that's what you want. You want a Super Bowl that rolls into the fourth quarter and it's somewhat close. And
I love the Niners as a kid.
I'm pretty indifferent, though.
Like Jerry Rice, watching like those Steve Young, Jerry Rice years. Deion Sanders did like 1 year there when they won the Super Bowl and were so amazing. And that, I mean, I love them as a kid because we watched them on TV.
Well, I mean, and what an incredible story that Mr. Irrelevant is going to be the quarterback in the Super Bowl. Right?
I love that.
And the guy was in the running for MVP. I mean, what an incredible story that is.
Yes.
Michael May, we know you had the most money on this game. Tell us who you're picking.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Is that who you are for, or who you believe that is going to win the game, Michael?
Yeah, I don't think you can go against Pat Mahomes in the postseason until somebody else beats them.
Well, the Bengals aren't in it, and the Bengals are the only team that have been able to show that they can beat Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. And so, I'm J-Bo. What? Who are you pulling for?
My daughter, big Swiftie fan, so it looks like we're going to sit there and yell for Taylor's team.
All right, you're going along.
Yeah, I'm just going to go for
that's
yeah.
okay.
It don't really matter.
All right, I'm going for the Niners. Despite I go back a few years when Joe Montana was the quarterback and he beat my Bengals. If you remember,
89.
Yeah. So despite that, I am going anti Travis Kelce, Pat Mahomes, and pulling for the Niners. Even though I'm an AFC guy, go Niners on this one. So, all right, so back to Potter Jane Distilling Company. A lot of excitement. The last time we were over there, it was excitement about getting started. I mean, some dirt had been moved and things like that. But kind of give us an update. Maybe early on we were talking, maybe January 2025? How's things cooking?
I mean, we have been incredibly lucky for a couple reasons with construction. We broke ground in June, but the Kentucky weather the last 7 or 8 months, excluding the cold weather we had a few weeks ago and the snow.
But they were still digging the sewer then.
Yeah, I mean, the weather's cooperated. We didn't hit a lot of rock. When we were doing a lot of the excavating and moving dirt around and pouring the footers and doing things like that. So we are still on schedule for a January 2025 startup. I mean, it's probably even more locked in now than it was before. The budget's looking good because we didn't hit a lot of rock.
I mean, it's all going to sink into the ground because we just said this.
Yeah, I mean, well, the timeline might shift, but we spent a considerable amount of time on the design portion of this before we even broke ground.
Like 5 meetings on a mop sink.
Yeah, I mean, so because we wanted to make sure that we designed this thing the way we wanted it, and we wanted it to be an incredibly efficient operation. And when we talk efficiency, efficiency sometimes you relate to cutting corners or making more with less. And no, that's not what it's about. It's literally building a distillery that makes sense. It's more linear. It's more shotgun style. It's literally you go from grain to mashing to fermentation to distillation to cistern.
Less time in the pipes, less contamination.
Yeah, to the barrels get loaded out. So it's literally like a shotgun style. And so we spent a ton of time on that. Music Construction is building our distillery. They've got an incredible team that helps you in this process. So it's looking great, man. I mean, it's at the end of the day, we didn't think when we jumped into this that it was going to be a $50 million distillery, but it's $50 million. Yeah. And that's just to get operational, right? Like that's just to make distillate and have enough warehouse space for 1 year's production. The reality of it too is, everybody's always like, "Oh, you guys are going to build a great distillery. You're going to have money coming in, all this." And my God, this is weird, dumb as shit to be doing this because the amount of money. So it's $50 million to get operational. It's another $80 million over the first 5 years just to build warehouses to keep up with capacity, and then also build a bottling house.
And then
right?
you're still buying barrels and grains.
Yeah, you've got all these costs on the balance sheet that are just carrying and accumulating. And oh, by the way, your goddamn inventory's evaporating. So, I mean, it's the worst business model you could ever hope for, but we knew this.
We
knew
were
it
just
going
the
in.
idiots to try it.
We knew it going in. We've got incredible support from a bank, from some investors, and we couldn't script it any better up to this point. Like, we've been very blessed with how things are playing out and the people we have involved and the team that we have. And
I mean, our project manager, I would say we got lucky on weather, we got lucky on site. And then to Denny's point, the team building this is phenomenal. And I mean, and we've been lucky with the community.
So how did you end up there?
We, we both live in Bardstown. And when we started looking, I mean, one of the big things, and this is not sexy, but you need utilities, right? It's a distillery. You need utilities. So one of the things was like, okay, you got to go somewhere that can actually supply water and electricity and be able to have sewage and all the things you need to run a distillery every day. We also didn't want to move. So we drew a circle around the Bourbon Trail. I'll never forget this. I printed out a map of Kentucky. We sat down and said, okay, here's kind of the Bourbon Trail. Here's where we live. Here's what feels like an okay commute. And then it was a kind of a conversation of like, do you fish where the fish are, or do you go build a new pond? And when we started looking, we knew Washington County because obviously driving Manton to Makers every day, you're in Washington County until right when you get on the property. A lot of the employees. So, we had our Christmas party at Mordecai's every year. And we were like, why are there no distilleries there? What's going on over there? Mm-hmm. So we honed in on it pretty early. And when we went to the industrial park, they said, listen, economic development said there's 5 acres left. We're like, 5 acres? What are we going to do with 5 acres? So we said, well, who owns this farm and who owns that farm? And they said, we'll introduce you. If they like you, maybe they'll sell you some land. It's not for sale. And actually, the community came together. They really wanted a distillery. They had seen it happening all around them, and the county just kept getting passed over. When you look to here in Lebanon and Marion County, obviously Nelson, but then you go east now with Danville and Harrodsburg and Garrett County and everything happening. They couldn't understand it. And so these landowners and families that are from there banded together and actually helped us put together that 153 acres because they believed in what we were doing, and they just wanted to create opportunity for the county and the community. So it's been humbling in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Daniel Carney runs economic development.
Oh, he's lovely.
In Washington County, so he was instrumental. They were very close to getting Diageo. The Diageo facility that was built here in Marion County, it literally was down to those 2 areas, and part of the property in the industrial park was actually some of what we bought. So they were very close, and now granted, they will tell you they had to do a lot of infrastructure work to get to the point that they could even think about hosting
if you build
a
it, they will come.
And so they had done some of that work. They were close to getting Diageo, and what was incredible was once it was a little bit public, that we had bought the property, all of a sudden we get a call from Drew Colsveen at Willett going, Jesus, we just bought, we bought 150 acres. That's literally like very close to you guys. And then what we did, we knew this, but Michter's owns 300 acres right there. So you've got our 153. We are connected to Michter's and their 300, and they are connected to Willett and their 150. Wow. So you literally can walk from our property through Michter's over to Willett. And so you have these three operations, or these three privately owned distilleries for the most part that are in Washington County. And I mean, it looks like Willett will probably be open, be operating about the same. They already got warehouses.
Yeah, I think they'll do something really cool.
So yeah, I mean, they're Drew and the whole family and what Willett does and what they've done in Bardstown. To see them do that in Washington County is going to be fun and impressive. I mean, we'll kind of ride a little bit of the curtails because we just have enough money to get operational.
We'll be here we are. Isn't that pretty over there?
Our visitor experience is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's literally going to be, hey, you want to come sit in my office and taste a little whiskey? It's just going to
I might have a beer in the fridge.
Right. You want to go for a ride?
We can afford that. We walk.
Right.
But the land's beautiful. We got really lucky on the property. I don't know if you guys got to look around much when you were at the party.
Yes.
But it's up on a hill. When we took Donald Blinko from Busick up there for the first time to say, this is where we want to build the distillery, he looked at us and said, really? Really, guys? Seriously? There's not a flat piece of land to be found. So, but the airflow, like for maturation, you'll be thanking us later.
Yeah, here it's we have good fun with it because we bring a lot of people want to have meetings for whatever reason, right? Like it's there's so many things involved in building a distillery and trying to set things up for 40 employees, and so we mandate, well, if we're going to meet at the property. And you guys know how cold it's been this year outside the last week.
And then it's like 30-mile-per-hour winds on top of that.
So everybody gets out and we're showing them, obviously we've got the footers poured and all the other stuff going on, and everybody's looking at it, and we're like, all right, so what did you want to talk about? And they're so cold. First off, they can barely talk, but they want to talk so fast. So we have like 5-minute meetings. We cover everything we need to cover.
That's coming from the School of Bill Samuels.
Yeah. And then we're back in our vehicles and like, let's get out of here.
Look, you pick the best of the best when it comes to people who are building this for you. The Blinkos, there's nobody like the Blinko family.
Oh, they're great.
From Donald to his mother.
Yeah,
they call her Go-Go.
Yeah.
And once I saw them at your field party, I knew you were in good hands, man. They're wonderful people. Yeah,
I mean, when we were thinking about doing this way back when, Donald was one of the first people that we approached just to pick his brain about it, because we knew that Busick's had built Luxrow, they built BBC, they were building, or I think they might have been done with Log Still. And we were just curious, and he was somebody that they've just been incredibly supportive from day one, and then to be able to work with their team on this project, it's been fun. Like you would think that a $50 million project will be incredibly stressful, and it's stressful. But our funnest days are when we're with the project team, like digging into the blueprints,
Thursdays.
digging into all these things, and we just have a great time. Like they're very, very good at what they do. They've proven it, and they have fun doing it. No egos. They have no egos in this whole thing.
And it's like you talked about earlier, though. It's the generational, right? They're a generational.
Yeah.
Same with the Boswells and ISC here in Lebanon. Same with the Shermans at Vendome. It's all very, and everybody's just excited for what we do. It's a mutual love. So
yeah,
it's great.
You know what me and J-Bo are excited about, right?
What?
We're excited about the juice.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
You should be excited.
We
about
should
it.
be. And I know that is one of your passions,
Yep.
Jane Bowie. Tell us about what your vision of the juice is going to be like.
So our vision, we talked a lot about this, and it's so funny because I think coming from an innovation background, I think people were like, what's your hook? what is it? What's your gimmick? What are you going to do? Right. And the truth is, this may sound boring, and we're okay with that. But we have been consumers long before we worked in this industry, right? We both born and raised in Kentucky. Were you not a bourbon consumer? Did you drink vodka? Is this just now coming out?
No. But I mean, I've been in the industry quite a long time.
Yeah, but you're also really old.
I don't drink Cosmopolitans or anything like that. I mean, get out of here. Just keep talking. Just do what you do.
No, we were bourbon drinkers before we came into the industry, and then we fell in love with the history and the operation and the people and all the things we've been talking about. But for us, you know, we have 44 years combined of seeing what works, maybe seeing things that changed, maybe for the good, maybe not for the good. So it's not about being innovative to be innovative or traditional to be traditional. We just want to make whiskey that reminds us of why we fell in love with the industry to begin with. We want to make the whiskeys we fell in love with 20 years ago. And I think for us, when we designed this operation, it was funny. The first meeting we had with the architects, we came in guns a-blazing. We wanted the cookers to go here, and these are the temps we want to get to, and here's how we're going to set the fermenters, and here's where we're going to go. And then Mike Sherman, here's what the still we want. And then the architect said, well, what do you want it to look like? And we said, we don't care. That's your job. Like, here's what we want the operation to be. Mm-hmm. And I think for us, it has been so much about optimizing flavor at every touch point. From the agriculture you choose to the process. And we've spent careers studying that and understanding that. And most of the time, we'll still put our consumer hat on first of what do we want to drink at the end of the day? And so that's, I mean, and we have a lot of dreams. Like, there are whiskeys our kids will launch, right? I mean, there will be things. This is not a quick industry. So there are things, I get emotional sometimes when we plan something for 30 years down the road. And God, I hope we make it long enough for that to happen. But that it'll be our daughters, right? Megan and B or Colin standing up talking about these whiskeys. So, I mean, that's it. I wish I could tell you it's going to be XYZ. And we have mash bills and we have all that. And it's really geeky and processy. But when you taste it, you're gonna care that we cared so much about the process and the choices we made.
Listen, I'm hearing a lot of marketing slogans.
Is it?
Oh my God! I mean, what did she?
Does that mean bullshit?
No,
okay.
No. It's like legitimate. No, you know, it's a marketing slogan, but it's something that's coming. It's coming from a real based perspective. I mean, you're talking about what struck with me was making what did you say? Making bourbon, how you fell in love with.
That reminds us of why we fell in love with it to begin with.
I mean, that's legit right there. I mean, that's
Denny. I just hope Denny doesn't fuck it up, man.
And there are so many things I could say right now.
Say them.
No.
Go.
I mean, it's.
Be careful, Denny. I feel like she's baiting you.
She is absolutely setting me up. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, pretty much everything she said. I mean, I think too, it's, you know, for us, it's the ability to make all of our decisions, right, good or bad, and live by it, be transparent about it, adjust to it or not, you know, depending on how you feel. And so that's a big part of it too, is just, we don't know. Like, we've never done this before. We spent a lot of time in the industry, but we're not, you know, we say it all the time. We're not entrepreneurs. We're not.
We're whiskey people.
We're whiskey people. We know how to make whiskey. We know how to taste whiskey.
We know how to drink whiskey.
We know how to play around with whiskey. But, I mean, by definition, though, we are not entrepreneurs. So we're just kind of jumping into this and hoping we do a couple things that people like, because we're going to do what we like. And hopefully other people like what we do. And there's going to be some things, I'm sure, that they're going to be like, what the hell were they thinking? And I'll be like, that was Jane's idea.
Well, we've giggled about the things the accountants would never have let pass. And it's been interesting when the distillery budget came back and it was almost double what we thought it would be. You get real clear real quick about what you care about. And luckily, we were super aligned on the priorities. It's like, I don't need a fancy sink, but what I do need is a really good cooker, right? We don't need it to be hand-laid stone, but I'd like to put the warehouses north to south to let the sun hit the widest part of the warehouse over the day for more microclimates. Like, it became really clear on the choices, and luckily we never fought each other on any of those choices. Like, it was about quality of juice, and the rest, who cares?
Yeah. Other than the one thing I know that you liked is J-Bo's.
Oh my God, that
lamp is going to have to be somehow featured in.
If we could have it on loan, like we're a museum, we would put a plaque with your name on it and we could tell a story about your uncle.
It's a special lamp, but it would be extra special to me if you all wanted that lamp in your distillery.
You can't dangle this because, Denny, I will take you up on it.
Yeah, look good in the doubler room.
Oh, my gosh.
It really would.
I will hand deliver it to you.
Next to the Ms. Pac-Man machine.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take another break and come back and I say wrap it up, but man, I feel like we still got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So stick around. We got more with Denny and Jane coming your way on Two Shots on a Barrel. Exciting news for Two Shots on a Barrel. We have a brand new sponsor. Hey, this is Jimbo for Two Shots. Good Buddies Brewing Company, our newest sponsor. I got to tell you, they have it going on. Located in the heart of the bourbon country right here at 120 West Martin Luther King Avenue in Lebanon, Kentucky. All kinds of great craft pours, including many concoctions put together by master crafter Ray Osborne. He's also assisted by his beautiful bride, Beth Osborne. They are the newest and brightest in micro craft breweries in good old Kentucky. Make sure you go out to their Facebook page. You can easily find it at Good Buddies Brewing Company. And don't forget, when you're in town on the Bourbon Trail, to stop by Good Buddies Brewing Company. Again, located at 120 West Martin Luther King Avenue, Lebanon, Kentucky. Good Buddies Brewing Company. We're happy to have you as a sponsor right here on Two Shots on a Barrel.
Are you looking for a clean, fun podcast that you can relate to? Well, we've got it for you. Cross the Line. The 1524 originates out of Indiana. Former high school rivals, now our buddies sitting around a speakeasy bar, talking about common day events, common things. We keep it light, they keep it easy. It's a good time. Check out Cross the Line. 1524. You can find it on all the podcast apps and players. You can also check them out at crosstheline1524.com or check them out on Facebook, Cross the Line 1524.
Lisa Kearns doesn't want to just sell you a house. She wants to find you a home. If you've been thinking about making a move, she'd love to help. She knows you've got many choices when choosing a real estate agent, but not all agents are the same. Her clients are the heart of her business, and she takes pride in providing exceptional service, knowledge, and transparency while helping you navigate the real estate market. With her by your side every step of the way, she can assist you in real estate needs that make buying and selling a smooth, enjoyable process. Call Lisa Kearns, Realtor with Exit Realty Homestead, 270-402-4036.
Well, it's pretty clear, J-Bo, the bourbon industry has never been as strong as it is right now. A new report came out today, J-Bo. Kentucky bourbon industry pumps $9 billion, that is with a B, into the bluegrass states economy each year. $9 billion.
You know, but the bourbon boom is going to bust like 10 years ago. I mean, come on, hush it, people. We're still rolling.
The people I talk to, we haven't even touched the potential of where this thing could go. We're hanging out with our buddies, Denny, Potter Jane, Bowie. We appreciate you guys coming in. We really do. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun hearing about just a little bit of everything. I love the banter between you guys. I got to tell you,
brother sister stuff.
It is. I mean, it's so fun. You guys. You know, it's like I can tell you all like to gig each other, but you love each other. That clearly shows through. Denny's looking at me like, you damn idiot.
Basically, I make a good punching bag. That's right. I think that's
true.
That's why this works.
But Michael May can say, I'm an equal opportunity offender.
Absolutely. I mean, one thing I noticed, though, that nothing's changed between these two when I walked in here this afternoon. So, I mean, it's always a fun time around them, too.
It's, you know, I mean, it is, and it is one of the things that we talked about before we stepped out to do this was we always recognized, especially when we were at Makers, that we could get in knockdown, drag-out fights because we would have opposing opinions about whether it was something, you know, COVID-related or whether it was, you know, in the operation or innovation or
money to spend on barrels.
Yeah, money to spend on innovation barrels. You know, Jane just thought she could go buy $1 million worth of French oak.
I did.
And not tell anybody. But I think it was always one of those things that we've been very good about calling each other out and not taking it personal, which, you know, it's one, if you take any, I mean, I've been involved in a lot of leadership classes, a lot of team building classes and all the other things. And, you know, they talk about you got to have that constructive conflict. And, you know, I'm always like, whatever. I mean, you know, constructive conflict, what is that? But it is something that I think that we have naturally, which is we can disagree and we can hash it out and we can make a decision and then we move on. It's not personal. We don't look back on it. We know as soon as we leave that meeting or that room that this is the way we're going to go. And we know that's also an incredibly important as we go to build this operation, right? With 40 employees, is us as majority owners, that we are going, I mean, we already have it. Like, we are going to be screaming at each other behind these doors. No doubt about it. We're already doing it. But then you walk out and you're high-fiving, you're giving the message, you're like, all right, here's what we're going to do, and we want you all to come along with this. And, I mean, I think that was a big one. I didn't want to go do this with somebody that was going to be a yes person, right? Without a doubt. And Jane is the furthest thing from a yes person that I've ever been around. So, yeah. So there is that banter, but it's all day, every day. Like, this is just the whole drive over, we rode together from Bardstown, and, I mean, for 15 minutes. I can't remember what we were arguing about. It was something. Oh, it was war. We were talking about, like, war and Gaza.
That was this morning. I think it was a Bonnie Raitt song this afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But no, and you asked about the story we told at our T-shirts at the groundbreaking.
Oh yes.
We also love to be mean to each other, or I guess prank each other. So. Should I tell this story real
Yes,
quick?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So, one of the first days we drove the property, there are deer everywhere. And we got to do this. There are coyotes, too. Like, part of our construction crews, like, we bring our coyote calls out, and they just come running. I'm like, I want to see that. But one of the first days we're out driving, the grass is tall. Do you want to tell what happened, and then I can tell the follow-up story?
I want to hear your version.
I can tell Denny's so excited.
I want to hear her version. I mean, my God, who knows? You know, I probably got out, slit the damn thing's throat, you know, did all that, like let it bleed out on the ground.
Denny drives a Ford F-150 Raptor, so it's a big truck. He drives it okay. So we're riding in this truck in the grass on part of the farm, and it's, deer season. Like, there are baby deer everywhere.
Oh, the grass is above the hood of my truck.
And there's 4 of us in this truck. Myself, Denny, our friend and lawyer, Jim Willett, and
Cody, the
Cody.
truest.
Yeah, Cody, who is our kind of bank contact. And we're riding
And
along.
friend.
Yes, good friend. Cody's from Texas. I grew up Lake Cumberland area with a dad who hunted. Jim likes to hunt. Denny's the only kind of non-hunter in the truck, is what I would say. So
I'm not opposed to it. I just don't do it.
So we're
I played a lot of sports.
Denny's like nervously driving this truck, like, I'm gonna hit a deer, and we're like, it's fine.
No, I've verbally said that because I see this deer bounding through the field, and I'm like,
it was majestic. They were so happy on this untouched piece of land.
well, and the other thing too, we didn't own this property yet. They didn't know that we were driving this property. It was Hamilton Sims.
It was Hamilton, who is Dixon Dedman's father-in-law, which is hilarious. And suddenly, so Denny's like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared I'm going to hit a deer. And all of a sudden, you're boom, boom. He's like, what did I just hit? And we all had the windows down, and you hear this. And I look back, and there are spotted legs in the air. And then he's like, did I hit a baby? And instead of like making it feel better, I'm like, hell yeah, you did. I said, and you got to turn around and go back over it because nobody's got it. Like, this thing's going to die. Like, go put it out of its misery. He's like, I can't. So we get in this huge fight about whether or not we need to drive over this baby deer, this fawn. The lawyer and the banker are just trying not to laugh, and everyone's uncomfortable because we're fighting in the truck. And I'm like, I'll do it, and so we finally turn around. Who knows? The deer, I'm sure, died. It's Darwinism. It's fun. So fast forward a few weeks, and we have our first kickoff meeting, project meeting on the farm. And Denny ended up having something come up, and instead of canceling the meeting, he's like, you go on. It's just a kickoff to show them the land. I don't need to be there. So it's Donald Blanco. It's a couple of his engineers.
Yeah, it's a project.
Yeah. So we're in the meeting, and they're like, we have to have a project name for this thing. Like, what do you want it to be? So fast forward that night, we get our very first email kicking off what would become Potter Jane. And what does your subject line say?
It said Project Bambi. I didn't even read the email. I called her up, and I was like, are you shitting me?
Like, don't miss the fucking meeting.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Like, Project Bambi, are you kidding me? So now everything, every blueprint, every construction drawing, every project header,
Donald Blanco,
you name it, is Project Bambi.
Donald Blanco, like, has Bambis on every, like, he has deer drinking whiskey with a cravat. It's like, it's amazing.
Love it.
Like, I wanted to name the
Poor
brand.
Danny.
Poor
Danny.
I wanted to name the distillery Fallen Fawn Distilling.
Oh yeah, no. So we
The Lost
we
Fawn.
were working with this creative team, which it's 2 guys out of California
That are friends.
and they are friends. But we had worked with them. They were a lot like us. They had worked for a much larger creative agency, and they left before we had left Makers. So when we left, they called us up and said, "Hey, man, we would love to rep you guys. We'd love to help you create, your distillery
I think
identity.
they said,
your
you're
brand."
idiots. We want to create your brand.
Yeah. And then, of course, we're like, but yeah, well, I mean, like, but what are you guys working on? Like, how many clients do you have? Like, well, we've got one, primary client. I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, who's that? They're like, Metallica. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not
you guys are hired. Yep.
Not the whiskey, the actual album.
Yeah.
Like, they had
So
worked with
yeah.
they had worked with Metallica for like 20 years.
So anyway, so they're involved in trying to name the distillery. And so, you do all these things where they flew to Kentucky to spend 2 or 3 days with us and, just to listen to us go back and forth, ask us questions, and then they go back to California. And literally the very first round of naming was all about me killing this deer. Every bit of it.
And he's like, have you been talking to them without me? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm like, do you guys really think you're going to get paid for this? Like, this ain't happening. Like, this is not Fallen Fawn.
If we ever have a bar, we're naming it The Lost Fawn.
The Lost Fawn. I mean,
it's happening. It's happening.
That is so fun.
I love it. Michael May, you're chomping at the bit over there about something.
So I'm waiting
go
for
ahead.
Their, release of Updog.
Oh God!
So one day, Denny texts me and he's like, "Hey, can you come to the office?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I walk in and he's dead serious, and he is. I mean, just has this look on his face like something has went down in HR world. And I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And he's like, "Man, I don't know. We got this. It's kind of like Updog." And I sat there for a minute, and I'm like, this blank look on my face, and I said, "Updog?" He goes, "Yeah, Updog." Okay. What? Denny, what the hell is Updog? Not much, dog. What's up with you?
God,
And I'm like, Denny's the king of dad jokes, right? So now there's this running rumor joke meal that they're going to release.
Oh, he got me good in a meeting, and I was trying to be
Yep.
serious, and I was so mad.
she was so mad.
I had steam coming out of my ears.
Oh, she comes in because we were, during COVID, we had daily meetings.
And I'm never on time.
Because basically, it's just kind of disaster planning. You're trying to figure out, Michael's running around trying to figure out who showed up in what department. What do we need to do? Do we have enough to run
Was there
all the
a
bottling
wedding this
lines?
weekend?
So we literally would have, these daily meetings, and I can't. Yeah, Jane walks in, and I was like, "Oh man, I heard about Sazerac just was talking about releasing this Updog," and she's like, "What's up, dog?" I said, "Not much, dog. What's up with you?" She's like, "I hate you. I hate you. That's so stupid." She was so mad. I'm like, "Oh, that is a treasure right there."
You know what the funny part of this is? Only 2 people on the whole campus fell for it, and they're both sitting in this room right here.
So what's funny is Denny would be like, "It's Updog Distilling." I'm like, "It's not fucking Updog Distilling."
What a great name.
So-
Updog Bottled in Bond.
So
Yeah.
okay, for Denny turned 50 last May, and we decided to do a trip for your birthday, and it was my husband and a couple of friends. Actually, there were 8 of us, I think. And so for his 50th birthday, I had Jamie, who's our creative guy, create a hat that is Updog Distilling. And I got them made for the trip, just 8 hats. And it has Denny's cell phone number on it, like a gas station.
Such a good hat.
It's how many?
Oh my God. I bet at least 100 people, like people you don't know, they'll see the hat. They're like, "That is a cool hat. Like, where's that distillery?"
It's got like a
And I'm
hound
like,
dog. Denny
"Well,
kind of looks like a hound
it's
dog.
in Bardstown. It says right there it's in Bardstown.
So I wanted the dog to look like Denny, and it just says Updog Distilling with. And Denny's like, "What number?" Jim's like, "What number is that?" I'm like, "It's Denny's cell phone." He's like, "Are you kidding me? Don't lose this hat."
Yeah, we were down in the Keys. I'm like, "Nobody lose your damn hat. Nobody lose your hat."
Did you hear how Jane described Denny just a second ago? Did you hear what she said he looked like? She said Denny kind of looks like a hound dog.
Hound dog.
Oh, I do that in my brain. Everyone's an animal. Like,
Not my behavior. But yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, like a bat. Like you'd lay around and mope like a basset hound. I think. Michael May, am I wrong?
I've got the personality of a basset hound. You're like a Chihuahua though, like nipping at everybody's heels. Like,
I'll take it. I'm all right. I think I'm more like a Great Dane, but whatever.
Can me and J-Bo just come over one day a week and hang out with you guys?
Please.
I mean,
Yes.
we just want to come over and just kind of hang
We
out.
love talking to people that aren't each other.
And nobody knows how to handle us because we act the same way no matter who's around. And people are always, the
Are
first.
you guys okay? Do you need
the
counseling?
first hour, they're like, "What is going on here?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with you all?" They're like, "You guys are fighting so much." I'm like, "No, we're not. not even close. We're actually having fun. We enjoy you being here."
That's awesome.
I mean, I can remember like the field party. I mean, it's not put on. That's you guys. I mean, you all were doing it that day.
Oh yeah, no, it's nonstop. We can't help it. It's funny because if we're not doing that, the other one's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Did I do something wrong?
when we're
if we're not ripping each
Right.
other, it's literally like, did I do something wrong?
We
Like,
only
are you
talk
mad?
nice about each other behind our backs. Like it's.
Yeah.
So it was probably hard to say when I asked the question about what is Jane, what quality does she bring and vice versa.
No, I mean, I think
It's a little hard. I mean,
we also want to win and be successful.
yeah. I mean, there is that part too. Like, I mean, we're both hyper competitive. I mean, I think it's just who we are and how we are. And
we
think
have a death bet. We've had bets over the years. That Heaven Hill Select Stock was a bottle. I'd been waiting. You lost a bet to me in 2009. And I'd been waiting to collect on a bottle for a decade. This bottle comes out. It was supposed to be like Potter's pick out of.
So you got to go. Let's go back in time a little bit. So, not that far. Let's say it's 2018 and it was Bourbon Affair. So I'm at Heaven Hill, and each distillery would do a different experience. And so we were taking people around to 3 different warehouse sites, just rolling barrels out and letting them taste right out of the barrel, right? So there was we roll into the Shenley operation where we have warehouses, or they have warehouses over there, pop open this weeded bourbon barrel that is 16 years old, I think, at the time. And you got to remember, it went in at 125 proof. It was 99 proof on barrel strength, right? It is the best liquid from a barrel I've ever had straight out of the barrel. And I'm tasting it for the first time in front of this group of people, and there's probably 40 people with this group, the first group. And everybody felt the same way. Like Bill Thomas, who owns Jack Rose in D.C., came up to me. He's like, I want to buy that barrel. You got to sell me that barrel. And I'm like, dude, there's no way. I don't even know. So anyway, they decided that we were going to release that as a select stock at Heaven Hill and call it Potter's Pick. Well, then, my dumb ass leaves and goes back to Maker's Mark before that happens, and they still wanted to release it. They just obviously couldn't call it Potter's Pick. And so I knew they were going to release it, and I was all fired up about it because I'm like, this is such good juice. And that's when she decides to call the bet.
I'm like, this is the bottle I want.
Because I had somebody, I'm like, can I get a bottle? I'll pay for it, and I did. I paid for it and all the other stuff. And because when you hop from one to the other, you can't. You're not going to get free liquid anyway.
Well, and
so James like, I want that bottle. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I don't want you to have this bottle. She's like, I want that bottle, and I'm like, oh my god.
And it was a bet we made at a bar in Notting Hill in London. We were at the Portobello Star. I'll never forget it.
One bet.
I know. I am never right. I am never right. So I fully intended to share this bottle with him. And then COVID happened, and my family relocated. We went to the Outer Banks for 3 weeks. I mean, I packed up a whole blending lab, my brother and his kids. So one night,
I was at the distillery.
So one night, I'm like,
Michael was there with me.
I'm like, I've got this Heaven Hill Select stock. It was 97 proof. My brother and my husband and I drank it in one sitting. It was the most amazing whiskey. And I texted Dan. I was like, I'm so sorry I didn't save you any because we drank it. I'm an asshole. That makes me seem really bad, this story. Let's never tell this story again.
No. Yeah, nobody's going to listen, right? You just put it out on the airwaves, and you deserve all the scrutiny.
Wow.
Good stuff, man.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a fun ride for you guys. I can tell. I'm excited because listen, the fun ride. Everybody, we get to join on that fun ride because we get to be the benefactors, J-Bo.
Yes, and they're neighbors now. They're a little closer.
Yeah, you're 8 miles away.
Yeah,
it's
great.
It's really close.
It's great.
And maybe this is a little bit in the weeds, but it's maybe somebody's out there thinking, I know these guys know what they're doing. I know they're going to put out a great bottle of bourbon. But sometimes when people are thinking, yeah, but it's going to cost me more than I'm going to be able to afford. Is it too much in the weeds right now to say, what can I expect once that bottle comes out?
We hate.
Man, I'm so glad you asked this.
We hate fuck you pricing.
Oh, we
So-
do too.
Thank you.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Amen.
And I think, I still think we're consumers first. And so it's thinking about how can you put out a great product that people can afford and then they can buy again. And I mean, we feel pretty passionately about this one.
We do. I mean, it's, it's one of these things too, and we get it. Listen, the craft movement and what it's done for the industry is, one of the huge reasons why we're seeing the boom that we see, right? Like just the interest, the creativity, and all the other things.
And when you source, you pay more. Like, I get it.
But when you look at these heritage distillers, right? Whether it's, Jim Beam or Maker's Mark or Heaven Hill or Sazerac or all the others, the quality that you get for price should never be taken for granted. Like look at Makers. Makers is a 6-year-old product that goes for $26, $27 a bottle. That shouldn't hurt them, right? Like, so it's this whole, we got, and not that we, but our whole thing is, judge our liquid how you want to judge it. Like we're going to put the best liquid we possibly can in that bottle, and the price is going to be the price. Don't judge us by quality because our price isn't $70+, right? Like if we're putting out a $30 to $40 6 to 7 to 8-year-old, give it a shot. Like just because the pricing's a little bit lower than what you might see out on the shelf, we can promise you the quality of that liquid's going to be good, and we might even be lower than that. Like we are dead.
Well, I mean, in 6 years, it'll probably the
inflation, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some of that, but still, but that still doesn't mean that we shouldn't be a $35 or $40 bottle. I mean, that to me, it's what's helped get bourbon to where it is for the most part. Like it's this interest in price. Like, I brought this Heaven Hill bottled in bond because this product means so much to me, because when I was at Heaven Hill, that was a 6-year-old 100 proof $12 bottle of bourbon.
Oh, wow.
And had been that for decades. And nobody paid attention to it because of the price. Nobody. And so, those are the things that we love that. Like we're not, Heaven Hill obviously has other products that can help,
right,
kind of stretch that out a little bit or balance that out where it doesn't have to be $12. But at the same time, it is a bit of a neglected category. Not neglected by the big guys, but neglected from a quality standpoint. Like people don't judge these products.
I think it is value for money. It's the same if you go to a restaurant, or I don't mind, paying $90 for a 16-year-old Lagavulin, and that feels like good quality to me. I know how it's made. I know what they did. So I think for us, it's just about the price and the quality feeling like good value to the consumer, and not taking advantage of a moment where you can charge more, right? It's still looking ourselves in the mirror every day and going, we gave good value to the consumer at the end of the day.
And I mean, and it's, in the, one of the main reasons why we want to do our own distillery is because we also want to take advantage of the fact that we get the benefit of our cost. Because we produce it, we get to impact our pricing because, our cost coming out of that barrel is going to be a lot less than if people have to source or do the other
Buy
things.
It from
and it's not just taking advantage of that, it's allowing the consumer to take advantage of that. It's not us taking advantage of that. And those are the things that we want to pass along because it is important. Like for us, it is important. I mean, I think to have a good $30, $40, $45 bottle of bourbon on the market 6, 7, 8 years from now is probably going, and it could be a competitive advantage too.
Sign me up.
Sign me up twice.
Can I ask you all a question?
Yes.
A little straw poll. Cork or screw cap?
I like a cork.
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 I like a cork.
My quality heart likes a cork. My quality brain likes a screw cap.
Oh, yeah.
Michael May, what do you like? Cork.
I mean, the quality of cork that you get out now is a lot different, right? Like you look at the quality of the cork on this Heaven Hill bottled and bond, it's much different than it used to be. But it is a debate. I mean,
I'll give you an example. I went and I wanted a cheaper bottle of bourbon, but I wanted what was quote unquote a good bourbon. So I picked up a white label Evan Williams bottled and bond.
Yep.
And I like it. I think it's a good bourbon. It's one of those you screw the top off, right? But I think it's just a little bit of just a mental mindset thing that the cork means it's a little bit better.
Yeah,
you know,
it's been proven.
But Evan Williams white label bottle and bond is a nice bourbon in my opinion.
Yeah,
and it's how much? I mean, what is it, like a $22 bottle?
Yeah, like about $22 bucks.
Suntory released Yamazaki 55 with a screw cap, which is baller. I mean, I'm in a Facebook group called "I Wish Screw Caps Were More Posh."
I need to check that out.
But it is, Jimmy. You're right. Like, I mean, it is. I mean, we were just talking to our creative team about, because we're kicking off already, like what the design of our packaging might look like, and we had this debate with them, and they're like, "This is not a new debate. Like we've gone through this with other brands and other projects," and they're like, immediately from a perception standpoint, cork versus screw cap is immediately a $6 difference. Like they are going to look at a $7.50 with a cork as being at like their perception of value is that's worth $6 more than a screw cap, no matter what liquid is in the bottle. So,
but the first thing I do when I open a 30-year-old Scotch is I decant it into a basic bottle with a screw cap from oxidation purposes. It's interesting.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, the especially the older bottles with cork, how many times have you opened them and it just snaps off or the cork falls down? And
the whiskey oxidizes quickly because of... Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I do think, I can't believe I'm going to say, cork technology has improved drastically.
How you've changed. You've moved across the aisle on this one. It's such a bipartisan issue.
Cork technology.
Cork.
Should be part of a dating profile.
Regardless,
there's not enough hours in the day to go into this one.
Geez.
Regardless, if I get the whole. It is a mindset thing with the cork thing.
It is, but it's legit.
But some people can't get past that, and so they're like, "Oh, this one's better because it's got a cork."
Yeah. Price is the same. I mean, it is. I mean, price is the same. Age can be the same.
It just feels more sophisticated.
But it's real.
It feels like they care
It is
more.
real.
Yeah.
Perception is reality.
We don't think there's a right answer. We're just, I'm not even going to say I'm always just curious because it's.
But I will say this, if people get past that, and it ultimately is about the juice, right? It's ultimately about the juice. And so if the juice is legit, I don't give a damn if it's a cork or a screw.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But just that getting in the door kind of thing?
Yeah.
No, you're 1,000,000% right. If you can get in the door and then sell people on the juice, then it doesn't matter.
Maybe our like $40, $50 cork, and then maybe when we release something old that's like $500, it's just like, here's a brown paper bag and a screw cap.
I love it.
Well, listen, I'm going to be first in line.
Absolutely.
Because
we want to have a bunch of your bottles in here to replace some of these others. How about that?
Hell yeah.
I mean, you guys.
We'll hook you up for sure.
You guys, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, the history, the legacy is there, and now it's the rebirth. It's the start, the origin of something new and exciting.
It is, and just imagining like our liquid up, on your old shelf there. It's so hard for us to imagine that right now. We can't wait to get there, but there are so many things we are focused on and just building the distillery and trying to take this step by step. But I mean, I just can't even imagine walking in and seeing something that's, called, Danny Porter Bottled in Bond. That is just, all about me and my alter ego.
You know what? I can't.
That really will be in a brown paper bag with a screw cap.
Yeah, that's funny.
You got the ultimate eye roll on that one.
Oh yeah, and that will be a 12.
How many eye rolls you get a day?
Oh, Jim, I can't.
I can meddle and eye rolling.
Oh, I can feel it. I don't even have to see it. I feel it every time. But if I do it, what's wrong?
No,
what are you doing?
I don't say what's wrong. I say don't roll your eyes at me. I love double standards.
I gotta tell you, I love you guys. You are I love you guys, and I can't wait for your bourbon to come out. And I cannot wait until that bottle of yet to be determined named of Potter Jane Distilling Company and Jane Bowie and Denny Potter say to my favorite Bow brother, and they sign their autograph, and I set it up on the shelf for everybody to see.
Pretty sure that's what you did with Denny last time we were.
Absolutely, and I'm going to do it again. So it's going to have both of them.
We'll be glad to do it.
Guys, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us.
Oh
Thanks
my
for making
gosh!
the trip.
Thank you guys for inviting us. I mean, we're not doing anything out in public right now, so it means a lot that you give a shit about our dirt and moving it and what's coming. Like it really does.
No, we love you guys. We love the story. We know what you guys have done, and here's the other thing. It's exciting for the folks in Washington County. I mean, it really is. Yeah. You talked about it, Jane. I mean, this is something, the start of something really special in Washington County, and it's pretty cool.
They are so lucky to have you.
Well, we hope we do them proud.
And we're lucky to have them.
Oh my gosh.
We cannot say that anymore. They've been incredible.
Tony Royalty is our number one man now. He's sold us the farm. He's become our best friend. We saw him today.
So have you met Hal B. Good yet? They're in
Hal Beesman Good.
I don't.
Is this a joke? Like
No. He's like legit. He's like legit.
Great name, but it's
he lives out in East Texas. If you've not been to God's country, East Texas.
All I can think
in
of
Washington
is Smokey.
County.
Okay, I think of
we have
Smokey
not.
and the Bandit.
Yeah.
Like we're.
Well, he runs G&G Productions.
Okay.
A Facebook television show. And we'll have to get you guys together.
Yes,
Absolutely.
please
We
do.
love that.
He is a wonderful human being. Him and John Graves do a great job with that.
Yep, sure do. Guys, come back. We'd love to have you guys back. Even just come back and let's drink some bourbon.
Yes.
I mean,
Deal.
we'll give you the combo to the door. If you're in town, you just come in and you make yourself at home.
That's what Michael May does.
Michael May does that. He just comes in here and
Yeah, but he's like, you guys don't have a blender or strawberry daiquiri mix. So I'm going home.
I've been getting this for him ever since I started this.
I mean, Michael May, he judges a good drink whether or not the whipped cream's on his nose.
that's awesome.
That's not true.
Michael has always struck me as kind of a Cosmo type of guy too. He likes a good Cosmo. He likes those little fancy glasses.
I'll be honest. I think you're giving him too much credit right now.
Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
Oh my God, you guys are awesome. That's going to do it for Two Shots on a Barrel. Boy, Denny Potter, Jane Bowie, thanks so much for coming in. You guys are awesome. It's exciting. It's just going to be so much fun. And we're going to come over there and just hang out for the entertainment factor, J-Bo. All right, next in the studio, Bobby Jack Murphy, a legend in the radio business. He's going to be in here next week, so we'll have all kinds of fun things coming your way on Two Shots. I'm Jimbo.
I'm J-Bo.
Adios, amigo.